Hello everyone, my name is Mint Aventurine and welcome back to your daily tarot reading. And just as I started, the neighbors decided that it's a great time to drill. Anyway, that won't stop us because once they start, they don't stop. So we may as well be the same. So today's reading is, as you know, I always pre-shuffle the cards, and here's your first card. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is about hard work. And I want you to see there's a bee. Yes. The bee is you, and you have been working on something for the longest time now. This may be related. You know what? No, it's not related. Let me tell you right now. It's not related to the reading yesterday. So if you resonated with the reading yesterday, it's very unlikely that you will be resonating with today's reading. Let me tell you right off the bat. Now, where was I? Oh yes, the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card about hard work. And oftentimes, it's about waiting for your hard work to bear fruition. In your case, this hard work was something that you saw bear fruit, like maybe years ago, months ago, weeks ago, something in the past. But let me tell you that this thing that you used to work on might no longer work for you now. Hi, I'm back. So the neighbors stopped drilling, so I took my chance. Anyway, so the Six of Swords. You have here the Six of Swords. That's your second card. For the second card, you may have been working on something in the past that worked before, but nowadays it's not working as much. And what I'm seeing here is the need to move on from this success. I'm hearing terms like I peaked in insert the blanks here. So you have this feeling that you peaked in something before, and I'm telling you right now that that's not your peak. You can peak again, but you won't find your peak in something that you already peaked in before. Now is the time for you to move on, like the Six of Swords, into something new. So let me check this. Okay. Your next card is the Seven of Swords. Okay, so we have continuity here. I really believe that each of the suites in the tarot decks have a continuity. So what I mean by that is each of the suites have stories. And for you, we have here the Six and the Seven of Swords in continuity. So the story, you move on from the success that you had in the past because it feels like a shadow to you now. Like back then, you may have felt like you were at a mountain, at the summit, but nowadays, looking back and looking up to who you were before and to what you achieved before, now it just feels like you're in its shadow, and it's a heavy feeling because you feel like that is you, and it's more close to say that was you, but that's not necessarily true anymore. And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing because it could be, you could be worse than where you were, but you could also be much better than where you are, than where you were. You are much better off. It's more likely that you are much better off now because we always remember and we always say the universe works for us. Okay? Now, let's continue with the Six of Swords story and the Seven of Swords story. You are now feeling alone. Okay? There are people who say that being at the top, the peak of your success, also means that you have to face things alone. And for some reason, now that you're not necessarily at the peak anymore, you still bring this feeling of being alone. Like nobody really understands where you are right now. Like, for example, your friends tell you that, hey, it's okay, you'll get back up there. And then maybe you want to respond to them like, okay, but I don't want to get back up there because I have to be there now. Like, I don't want to be there later. Or, like, I should be there right now because that's who I was and that's who I should be. But what you're being asked here is to do like a redefinition of yourself. So here is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is oftentimes in tarot, in the Rider-Waite tarot, it's portrayed upside down. So a man tied up to a tree thinking. And this is what you're being asked to do. You're being asked to redefine who you are because your current definition of yourself is no longer working for you because your previous definition of self involves who you were in a past that no longer holds you. That's a term. Meaning you outgrew this past. And maybe you don't quite understand now. Maybe it doesn't feel right to say that you've outgrown that past when that past you feel somewhat bigger than you are now. But it's the truth. Because what the universe sees here is, let me show you the card. What the universe sees here is the star. And that's you. You're the star. In tarot, the star, well, how I interpret it, the star represents potential, okay? It's not necessarily success quite yet, but it's the potential to succeed, and that's who you are. You have the potential to succeed in a different way, in a way that, as you can see, like the picture, it evokes the feeling of not being something you already know. Consider yourself lost in a forest right now. You see the light, but you don't know exactly how you're gonna get there. But that's the thing about the star. The potential is within you. You look within yourself. And how exactly do we get there? So there are plenty of ways, of course. Like I said, what you're being called to do is do a redefinition of yourself. You need to, when I say redefinition of yourself, it means many things. Like one of it is taking the how you see yourself right now and changing it up. Like, you can do this with affirmations. We say these all the time. So, like, for example, affirm to yourself that I am, insert the blank here. But you do this mindfully, in a sense that, because you're being asked to redefine yourself. This no longer includes who you were in the past. This now includes whoever you are now and who you want to be moving forward. What mistakes will you learn from? Will you have learned from? Why did you come from being on top to no longer being on top? What caused you to fall? And you can say that it's like other people. You can say that it's like the fault of some external circumstance. But what did you learn from those experiences? And what are you bringing to your current experience? How are you evolving as a person? Anyway, so what is Seven of Pentacles? So Seven of Pentacles here. Seven of Pentacles is very interesting for you because your first card was the Eight of Pentacles. Now you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is basically growing everything once again. You had your garden, because the Eight of Pentacles is often portrayed as like this garden. No, wait, that's the Knight of Pentacles. Anyway, my point stands. You, like, because the Eight of Pentacles is still about working. The Seven of Pentacles is like the beginning of this work. So there's the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about you growing everything once again from nothing. And that doesn't sound too bad because what I'm seeing is before, although it didn't show in the cards, you had some sort of tower moment because everything that you once had came toppling down. This is not a bad thing. The universe does this, not because it hates us or whatever. The universe does this because we need it. You were no longer growing in that previous spot. you reached the Nine of Pentacles. You know, the Nine of Pentacles in this deck is very interesting because it shows a bonsai in a pot. And the bonsai in a pot, in all its beauty, no matter how beautiful it is, it's still stagnant. It's there. Okay? I always interpret it like that. I always think about it that way. Always think about it in that way. Anyway, okay. Explorer of Pentacles. This is now the Page of Pentacles. You're coming from, like, let's say, the King of Pentacles, and now you are coming into your Page of Pentacles era. Meaning, you are no longer the person that you were once. You are no longer well versed in this new era of yourself. You're no longer necessarily as familiar with the ropes as you were before with whatever past you have. This is a new thing that you're doing, and you are back to learning how to do it. Again, let me tell you, take your past experiences, learn from them, and bring them now to, like, bring your experiences, bring your newfound knowledge to where you are right now. And you have your final card, the High Priestess. This High Priestess is very interesting. You can see that there's a pomegranate that they're leaving behind. This specific deck, it evokes the feeling of taking what you can, because they're still holding on to half of the pomegranate. Anyway, you take the good parts. Oh, it fell. You take the good part of what you learned, you bring it with you, and though you may be sad about it, you have to keep moving forward. Anyway, okay, that's all for our daily tarot reading. So do the usual, like and subscribe. I'll see you again tomorrow.